Shalom, shalom.
Shalom.
First and foremost, call halal yumla Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Chakwadash. Double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone, who rule well within this ministry and taught us this Amath, which is the truth. Peace, love, and salutations to the hopeful elect that preach this truth throughout the four corners of the globe, risking their lives and freedom to do so. Shalom, shalom. All right, and this is just a pre-camp lesson. All right, on the way to the line, to the battlefield. And just this quick post, man, on social media. It says an elderly man stabbed in abdomen during robbery of groceries. All right, and this happened in Shaker Square. All right, I believe the grocery store was Dave's, but the point behind it, man, is that an elderly man was stabbed for groceries, which letting you know we coming up on them times where people are desperately living without. People, you know what I'm saying, are desperate to get what they need by any means necessary. An elderly man, you could easily just whack an elderly man over the head. You ain't really got to stab a man, but that's letting you know the spirit that the Lord is putting on these people, man. All right, as the times get closer and closer to Jacob's trouble, you're going to start seeing more wilder things happen within the Israelite community. But
because like the brother said, man, it was an elderly man. You feel me? 9 times out of 10, you could have just scared him. You feel me? And told him like, man, I'll beat your ass, or you could have snatched this shit and ran. You feel me? But the people is, you feel me? Like, just like the scriptures say, because of iniquity, the love of many shall wax cold, or something like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'll grab it.
Yeah, you can grab that, man. And like you, it's still access to food out here. You know what I mean? On a large scale. We just passed about 12 different stores that, you feel me, sell food in the last 5 minutes. If it's that bad, go in there and steal you something. Why physically harm somebody and cause them bodily injury, you feel me, over something that's out here? Before you grab that, let me grab this. This is Luke chapter 23, verse 31. For if they do these things in the green tree, what shall be done in the dry? But you got it.
Oh, no, where you at?
Luke 23 and 31. It says, for if they do these things in the green tree, what shall be done in the dry? Right,
and the green tree represents what? Abundance, right? A green tree bring forth fruit. So right now we living in a time where you got abundance out here. You got food at abundance out here, man. You could go to the grocery store. You could go to the corner store. You could go out here and, you know what I'm saying, you even got certain people who, you know, Salvation Army, they give out food. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. Different charities and shit like that give out food.
Here, kind, you got churches that literally stand on corners in the middle of the street and stop you and ask you if you need some groceries. You feel me? That might be a little old sometime, but still though, you feel me? You don't have to cause bodily harm to nobody for food.
And when that tree, when that tree becomes dry, that means there's no more fruit out here. There's no more abundance. There's no more food. The scriptures talks about famine. You know what I'm saying? The scriptures talk about how a lack of food and water. You know, but at this time it's going to be at an extreme high. So how much more in that day when people can't access food, people can't go to the grocery store, go to the corner store, go to Chipotle, Taco Bell, McDonald's, Burger King. You know, all these malls are shut down and all these stores is foreclosed. Then how much more evil is going to occur in that day, man? All right. This is Matthew chapter 24, verse 12. And because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. And what is making the iniquity to increase? What's making the iniquity to increase is the spirit that the Lord is putting on these people, man. And the spirit that the Lord is putting on Esau to further oppress Jake. Because Esau, he doing shit behind the scenes, man. He passing laws through his legislature. He getting ready for his New World Order agenda. He's getting ready to...
Sword is sharpened I think it's Ezekiel 12 and 21. I think, or damn, I think that's it. If it ain't, then it's cool. But I think that's it.
Oh, you said Ezekiel 21?
21 and 9.
Yeah. It says, Ezekiel 21 and 9, Son of man, prophesy and say, thus saith the Lord, say a sword.
That's it.
A sword is sharpened and also furbished. It is, and we know that the sword of the Heavenly Father is Esau, according to Psalms 17th chapter. All right, so the Lord is doing what? Preparing that sword to slaughter. Verse 10, and it is sharpened to make a sore slaughter. It is furbished that it may glitter. Should we then make mirth? It contempteth the rod of my son as every tree. Right. So the question being, a rhetorical question being, should we then make mirth? No. Right now is not the time to live it up. Right now is not the time to try to find some source of happiness and to please your flesh in this society, man. Right now is to pay attention to everything that's going on, return to the Lord, and to get on your shit and prepare yourself for these times, man. Because the times is going to be wicked. Second Esdras. The Second Esdras 15. Start at verse 14. Read verse 14. It says, woe to the world and them that dwell therein. Woe meaning destruction. For the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another.
Draweth nigh meaning it's close at hand. So the death and destruction is close, man. It's closer than what these people really think. Because when all hell do break loose, it's gonna be all of a sudden, man. You feel me? You go wake up one day and all hell really gonna be breaking loose, man. Right now it's the build up time. It's the build up period. The Most High is working behind the scenes and saying what our brother just said, man. He is calculating this thing down to a science, man.
It says, and swords in their hands, right? So you're going to have what? Chaos within the streets. You're going to have race wars within the streets, all right? You're going to have, you know what I'm saying, this set against this set. If you got this and I don't got this, I'm going to come and invade your shit and take it. That's the type of spirit that the Lord is putting on not only his own people, but everybody, man. Because everybody's about to live without. And everybody's going to be desperate to survive, man. It says, verse 16, for there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their own hand, in their own power. Meaning what? They're not going to regard who's in authority. The mayor, the governor, you know, the president, whoever the fuck is making the law, that's going to be disregarded, man. All these different laws.
People lose their wits when it's no food. You feel me? How do you control people? With money and food. When it's no money and no food, you lose control, man. You know what I mean? People be like, man, fuck that. I ain't about to listen to shit. It's either, you feel me or you.
Exactly. It says, the course of their actions shall stand in their own power, which means people gonna take matters in their own hands, man. Ain't nobody gonna be waiting on Esau Edom to come to their aid. You're gonna have a lot of people running to Esau Edom, but the thing is, a lot of people is just gonna take matters in their own hands. It says, verse 17, and man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able, right? Because you're gonna have the Lord gonna put the spirit on Esau to invade the urban streets with UN troops, different military forces that's going to block off the highways, that's going to block off these different streets and towns and cities, man, to where nobody's coming in and nobody's leaving out.
And you're going to have a set curfew.
Mm-hmm. It said,
martial law.
Right. And you already see what happened during the pandemic or the slamdemic. You know, it was only a certain amount of people who could go in the grocery store. It was only a certain amount of items. They was rationing out food, which a lot of people, when they went inside them grocery stores, they couldn't find certain things that they needed. Toilet paper was scarce. Simple shit like that, man. Soap. Things that deal with your hygiene. That's stuff like that is important, man. But when you out here in the streets and you don't got that, you gonna resort to anything, man, to get it. It says, verse 18, for because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. Right, because everybody is living in their pride now because, you know, everybody got something. Everybody has some type of substance. You know, you got your so-called, you know, your drug dealers out here, they moving, they winning, so to speak. You got women out here, they doing what they doing, they winning, so to speak. Everybody so-called getting money through their wicked ways. Everybody winning, so to speak. And that brings what? Pride, man.
That's why the Most High keep feeding them. You feel me? He keep feeding them exactly what's going to be their demise. They don't want to serve me and they want to serve money. Guess what? I'm going to give you these riches. I'm going to give you over into these idols because money is an idol because they put an idolatrous spirit on you, man. So the Most High's going to give you up to these things. What verse is you at?
19.
Read the title again and then read.
It says, elderly. Yeah, this the article. It says, elderly man stabbed in abdomen during robbery of groceries. Verse 19, second Esdras, the 15th chapter. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor.
Why?
But shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of lack of bread.
And it ain't even a lack of bread yet, and they out here killing for food. So just think about when it's really a supreme scarcity, lack of resources, lack of food, man. Fuck a bag of groceries. You bet not have a grape, but cantaloupe, a piece of fish, a bag of nuts, whatever you got, man. Ray and them coming for it, man. You better believe that. Not because I say so, because your brother say so, because the word of Yahweh Bashim is true and faithful, man.
It says in for a great tribulation, right? Because it's going to be tribulation out here on all sides. People is going to be getting, you know what I'm saying, thrown out their houses. People's families are going to be put to death in gruesome ways right in front of them. You're going to have the beasts of the earth, different animals changing their course of nature out here in the streets. It's been different articles and different people spotting indigenous animals just roaming about normal like humans, man. Different monkeys roaming the streets.
We stay in Cleveland, Ohio. You feel me? Down the way in the projects in the hood, it was a fucking baby wolf, was it?
Yeah.
It was a fucking baby wolf in the projects, man. Come on, man.
So this is all gonna be included in that great tribulation. I got one more. The second Esdras chapter 8, verse 50. It says, for many great miseries shall be done to them that in the latter time shall dwell in the world.
Now this the last days, so we about to see many great miseries and people going through shit. But why is that for though? What's the reason behind the Lord bringing this righteous indignation on 2/3 of his own people and on the heathen?
Because they have walked in great pride.
And that's one of the 6 things that the Most High hate, and 7 is abomination to him, man. Proud people, man. You're supposed to be low and humble, man. Yahweh Bashim loves what is it? Contrite spirit, man. Lowly, humble. You feel me? Meek. Able to teach, man. Take the low, man. If you do got a little substance, man, don't boast in it because it could be here today and gone tomorrow, man. The same way as your life, man.
Yeah, and brothers, see, that's why the Lord always kept an elect. The Lord always kept a certain remnant, a certain amount of men, Israelite men, who's going to return unto him and do what he say. You know what I'm saying? That was going to do the right thing, so to speak, and be an example for the rest of the nation of how to walk with the Lord. This is Isaiah chapter 65, verse 13. It says there, verse 12, therefore will I number you to the sword.
What do 11 say?
It says, but ye are they that forsake the Lord.
Yeah, it's that right there.
That Isaiah 65 and 11, but ye are they that forsake the Lord.
Since you forsake the Lord, let's see your outcome and your demise and what Yahweh Shai got in store for you.
It says But ye are they that forsake the Lord, that forsake my holy mountain, that prepare a table for that troop.
That's the idol worshiping, man.
It says, and that furnish the drink offering unto that number. Therefore will I number you to the sword.
You're gonna be numbered to the sword. 2/3 is a number, and that's that number to the sword, man. The pestilence, the dogs, the terror. You got a fourth sword judgment coming.
It says, and ye shall all bow down to the slaughter.
There ain't gonna be nothing to do. There ain't gonna be no way to escape, man.
It says, because when I called, ye did not answer.
That's the reason why. Because you got this man out here calling his people back, begging them to the marriage, but they don't want to get married. They want to keep being a hoe.
It says, because when I called, ye did not answer. When I spake, ye did not hear. But did evil before mine eyes, and did choose that wherein I delighted not.
That's why. That's the reason why, man. You want to go against everything that Yahweh got for you, man. He got righteousness planned for you, and you want to be wicked, man. Israel was meant to be a righteous, holy seed, but they turned to what? A degenerate plant, man.
It says, verse 13, therefore thus saith the Lord Yahweh, behold, my servants shall eat.
So the ones that didn't serve Yahweh won't eat, but what?
But ye shall be hungry.
But they're going to be hungry. The ones that serve the Lord is going to eat and have food by abundance. You might not eat every day, but when you do eat, you go eat good. Behold,
my servants shall drink, but ye shall be thirsty.
Same way as drinking, man. Y'all going to be thirsty. In the service of Yahweh is go drink and have it abundantly.
It says, behold, my servants shall rejoice, but ye shall be ashamed.
Yeah, we go rejoice when we see the vengeance that Yahweh put on this place. But y'all gonna be ashamed because y'all heard this message and shook their hand and said, man, I don't want to hear that. But when it come to pass, the Most High gonna put it in y'all brain like, damn, I remember the day I heard the brothers, or I used to watch the videos, you feel me, just to see them cuss out Edomites or talk about the nigger woman. But all these things was meant to plague you with.
It says, verse 14, behold, my servants shall sing for joy of heart, but ye shall cry for sorrow of heart, and shall howl for vexation of spirit. Because that's how bad these times is gonna get, man. You know, and another thing too, that's why, you know, us brothers, we got to be more circumspect when we moving out and about in this wicked ass world, man. We got to be circumspect because, hey, Satan, he on the prowl, man. It's gonna be certain niggas trying to get at us. You know, it's gonna be certain motherfuckers trying to take substance from us and trying to do certain shit to us, man. But the Lord gonna take care of us, man. The Lord gonna protect us. All right, in that day. Just gotta stay down until we come up, man. All right, but the rest of these niggas gonna be left for dead. So pretty much with that, man, Lord willing, this was edifying. Once again, closing out, giving all glory, honor, and praises to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rachak Wadash, and another double honors to our apostles and elders, Great Millstone, who rule well within his ministry. Shalom, Shalom, Mawath La Babal.